This short video will show how to configure the phase shifts on an Amps80 system, as well as the inverter module numbering and group mapping. These two system configurations show the phase layout of the 20 kVA and 40 kVA Amps80 models. In the 20 kVA model, the first inverter shelf is connected to phase 1 and the second inverter shelf is connected to phase 2. In the 40 kVA model, the first and second inverter shelves are connected to phase 1 and the third and fourth inverter shelves are connected to phase 2. These two system configurations show the phase layout of the 3-phase 30 kVA and 3-phase 75 kVA Amps80 models. In the 30 kVA model, the first inverter shelf is connected to phase 1, the second inverter shelf is connected to phase 2, and the third inverter shelf is connected to phase 3. In the 75 kVA model, the first, second, and third inverter shelves are connected to phase 1. The fourth, fifth, and sixth inverter shelves are connected to phase 2, and the seventh, eighth, and ninth inverter shelves are connected to phase 3. Before we start changing the phase shifts on the Amps80, we want to make sure the inverter module numbering is correct. Select inverters. In our example, inverter shelf 1 and 2 are in phase 1 and inverter shelves 3 and 4 are in phase 2. Each inverter shelf can hold 4 inverter modules. Therefore, phase 1 could hold up to 8 inverter modules, modules 1 to 8. Phase 2 also could hold up to 8 inverter modules, modules 9 to 16. For our example, the inverter modules in phase 1 are installed in positions 2 and 8, and the inverter modules in phase 2 are installed in positions 10 and 16. To change the module numbering, click on the first inverter module number in the list and check which inverter module in the system is flashing its LED lights. In our example, inverter module in slot number 2 was flashing its LED lights, so we will assign it module number 2. Select the number 2. Select the second inverter module in the list. In this case, the inverter module in slot number 8 is flashing its LED light, so we will assign it module number 8. Select the number 8. Select the third inverter module in the list. In this case, the inverter module in slot number 10 is flashing its LED light, so we will assign it module number 10. Select the number 10. Select the fourth inverter module in the list. In this case, the inverter module in slot number 16 is flashing its LED light, so we will assign it module number 16. Select the number 16. Select each inverter module in the list and make sure that the assigned module number matches the slot the inverter module is installed in. Select group mapping. Confirm that the AC input, DC input, and AC output groups are all properly mapped. Then select Set Output. In the first example, we are configuring a two-phase system. If the utility has a split-phase configuration, then the phase shift for phase 1 would be 0 degrees and for phase 2 would be 180 degrees. If the AC input of the Amps80 is using two phases from a 3-phase Y configuration, then the phase shift for phase 2 could be either 120 degrees or 240 degrees. Select View Live Status to see if the phase shift configuration is correct. Check the inverter alarms. If AC out not synchronized alarms are being reported, then the phase shift configuration is not correct. Select Set Output. For phase 2, change the phase shift from 180 to 240. Then click on the Submit button. Then click on the OK button of the pop-up window. Select View Live Status. Check the inverter alarms. If there are no AC out not synchronized alarms, then the phase shift configuration is correct. If there are still AC out not synchronized alarms, then the phase shift configuration is not correct, and the phase shift for phase 2 would have to be changed to 120 degrees. Select Set Output. The next example will show how to configure a 3-phase Y Amps80 system. First, try the default configuration. Phase shift for phase 1, 0 degrees, phase shift for phase 2, 120 degrees, and phase shift for phase 3, 240 degrees. Select View Live Status. Check the inverter alarms. If there are AC output not synchronized alarms, then the phase shift configuration is not correct. The phase shifts for phase 2 and phase 3 will have to be changed. Select Set Output. Change phase shift for phase 2 from 120 to 240. And change phase shift for phase 3 from 240 to 120. Click on the Submit button. Then click on the OK button of the pop-up window. Select View Live Status. Check the inverter alarms. If there are no AC out not synchronized alarms, then the phase shift configuration is correct and completed.